Good morning. So welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Today is day 16. And yesterday I broke into song, and that's the song, the greatest American superhero. I just love that song. So today we will be standing, doing some sun salutations, a little bit of the light sequence, that bow and arrow into slingshot, into reverse, and then we'll be rolling around on the floor. So for tomorrow, have a book or a block handy. We're going to start playing with books and blocks, okay? And then question. Yesterday at the end of the class, I asked, were you conscious of your breath during the class? Did you think even once about your breath, or were you able to track it a little bit more because of what we've been doing? Just a question. So today I will be giving prompts again about your breath. And the main thing is do it your way. There's so many options, like in all movement. There's no one way to do anything. Be creative, be sensitive, be regulated. And have some fun with it in a really wholesome way. And so come stand on your mat. Come. All the way up. And just bring your hands to your hips and roll into your hips. And then roll in the other direction. And just listening as you breathe down into your belly. Maybe you need to slow down when you start to breathe and notice your breath. And it's no particular order to the breath. It's just be with your breath. Change direction again. Just noticing what happens in my breath. Nice. So just roll your shoulders, big circles. Just hearing, noticing. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. So come stand to the front of your mat. Standing tall, feet are steady. Just feel the full of you, like from the push down into the floor to the rising up through the top of your head. Notice where your breath is at. Nice. Reaching wide, bring your palms together, reaching up, looking up. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. Come all the way down, hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. As always, if you're modifying and sitting on a chair, that's really amazing. Hands to the floor, step back with your right foot, and just pause there. And deepening your breath, stretching into that back leg, feeling the weight of your body down into that left hip. Drop your left knee to the floor. Bring your left hand to your left knee and rise with your right hand. Either look straight forward or look up towards the ceiling. Nice. Reach your right hand forward, touch the floor. Left hand is really supporting you here, and rise. Noticing your breath. And again, all the way down, and then rise. Super. All the way down, hands to the floor. Stretch your back leg, step back into your plank. Drop your knees to the floor. Drop your belly to the floor. And bring your arms long, all American superhero pose. So lift your toes just 1 inch off the floor. Lift your hands 1 inch off the floor. And then imagine you can pull your belly off the floor. And you're really widening into the lower back. My bum is squeezing and I'm getting longer through the back of my body. Have the soundtrack in your head. Believe it or not. Nice. Bring your elbows to the floor underneath your shoulders. Rise and look way down the beach. Lowering down, bring your right hand over towards the right. Look towards the right. Coming down, left hand to the floor. Look down towards the left. And down. Elbows down, tuck your toes under, lift your belly, and reverse backwards. Hands to the floor, cat pose. Push back, downward dog. Feel the length of you, the stretch of you. And pulling back into your heels, lengthening through the whole of your body. Today is the anniversary of the day I broke my leg last year. And so it's very exciting. It feels really well to be a year down. That's quite amazing. What an amazing year of learning. Nice. Drop your knees to the floor. Kung Fu bunny your foot forward. So lean over towards the left. Lift your right knee up and then begin to swing it forward wherever it lands. Walk it so that it's between your two hands. Tuck your back toe under and turn your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Bring your right hand to your right knee or pull your right elbow back into lawnmower. See which one suits you. Hand on your knee will support you a little bit more. And then rise slowly up into bow and arrow. Pause there. Right elbow's pulling back. Notice your breath. Bend your front knee more. Shoulders are away from your ears. Your navel is drawing towards your spine. You're widening into the lower back. Nice. Turn your palms to face upwards. Glide your right hand forward, your left elbow back. Slingshot. Rising slingshot, reaching up, looking up. Nice. Bring your right elbow all the way down to your right thigh. Reach your left arm over your ear. So this is the light sequence. We did this in February. It was pretty amazing. Nice. Bring your left hand to the floor, right hand to the floor. Slowly hop forward or step forward. Rounding down, slowly rising up. Reach your arms wide, feeling your breath as you rise. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift and look forward. Hands to the floor, step your left foot back. Drop your left knee to the floor. Right hand to your right knee. Rise with your left hand, either looking forward or looking up. Lower your hand down, bring it to the floor. Breathing as you rise. Just notice what's naturally happening. And bringing your hand down, let it touch the floor. One more time. Rising, finding your breath. Super cool. Hand to the floor. Other hand to the floor. Step back into a plank. Knees to the floor. Belly to the floor. Nice. Superhero pose. Bring your arms long. Lift your toes a little bit. Lift your hands. And then try and lift your belly off the floor. Never really going to lift off the floor, but it's just it's the intention. Now I have this sense of squeezing my bum and widening my lower back rather than arching my lower back. Have the soundtrack. Nice. Bring both hands to the floor, either side of your chest. We're going to, I think this one is called Scorpion. So, hands either side. Stretch your right arm long. Be careful of your shoulders when you're doing this one. Bend your left knee. And slowly roll over onto your right side and let your left foot come to the floor behind you. Listening to your right shoulder the whole time. Do whatever version of this suits you. Maybe don't do it at all. Nice. Coming back, both elbows bend. Left arm is long. Be careful of your left arm. Drop the right foot over towards the left side. And coming back up. So bend both knees and just travel from one side. Slowly, feeling your breath, travel to the other side. I always found it really interesting, the rolling across my belly and my rib cage. I'm just traveling from one side. I was amazed at how roundy I feel. You know, it's like, oh yeah, because I'm just a mass of sensations wandering around doing her thing. And then I feel the outer edges of my body, the boundary of me when I roll. It just feels really interesting to perceive the roundiness and the boundary and the limits of me. Very nice. Nice. Come back to center. Cool. So from here, elbows underneath your shoulders. Lift your hips. Push back. Pause there for a moment. Come into a child's pose, actually. Very nice. Arms are long, or you can tuck your arms in or rest your head underneath your hands underneath your head. Or you can bring your arms all the way back. And just rest. Just feel it. Where's your breath? How do you feel it? Just as it is. Letting it soften, let yourself yield into it. Nice. Come all the way forward. Step your left foot forward. So lean over towards the right. Kung Fu Bunny your left foot forward. Hands either side of that left foot. Tuck your back toe under, stretch your back leg. Hop your back foot so it's flat to the floor. Left hand to your knee or left elbow back into lawnmower and rise. I just feel that. Really pulling your elbow back as you reach forward into your right fingers. Where's your breath and how do you really settle into yourself? Turn your palms to face up. Slingshot. Nice. Rising up. Rising slingshot. Straightforward. Elbow down onto your thigh. Forearm down to the thigh. Reach your right arm over your ear. Long through the body. Nice. Lower your hand down. And from here, step back into your plank. Drop your knees to the floor. And come lie on the floor. Come all the way down. Landing onto the floor. So knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Slightly similar to yesterday's, but we're just going to add a few more elements of that rolling hip work that we were doing. So arms are wide. Have your feet hip distance apart and just rock your knees from side to side. And notice how your rib cage stays on the floor at the top, but your pelvis is rolling beneath you. So it's the lower part of your torso that's moving. Nice. So bring your ankles together and then stretch your right arm straight up beside you, long on the floor. Roll over onto the right side and bring your left hand to rest on the floor just in front of you. Make sure you feel comfortable on the side of your body. Shimmy a little bit so you feel like there's a good planted feeling through the right side. And then from here, keep your right thigh stuck to the floor. Draw a circle with your left knee. Don't let your right leg move. So I'm really pushing my right foot into the floor, right knee into the floor. And I'm pushing the left hand into the floor. Noticing your breath as you roll. What is the biggest, most comfortable, wholesome circle you can do? Sometimes big can be painful. And that's not what we're looking for here. What's the most wholesome range that you can do? Circle in the other direction. The other direction engages muscles in a different way. So as my knee rises up towards my shoulder there, I'm going, whoa. And I have to work out whether that's something uncomfortable or something that just isn't used to being moved and is just calibrating a little bit. Yeah, so it's really settled now, which is very nice. Bring your knees together and then bring your foot to your knee. Bring your knees together, let your foot float up. And bring your foot to your knee. Nice. Noticing your breath as you move. Do you sync your breath and your foot in motion, or do you just breathe along behind it as you move? Nice. Both knees together. Pause there. So let your right foot slide, oh, left foot glide back, and let your left hand reach forward. And then pull your left elbow back into wing. And I kind of lie on the floor with my torso, and my left knee travels up and forward. So my top shoulder is really traveling in space. So it reaches forward, and then my left shoulder comes almost to the floor behind me. But see what your arm does. Remember, mind your shoulders. Don't irritate your shoulders. They're one of those places that doesn't do kindly with irritation. Keep looking with your head towards the left. Is that the left? Towards the right, in front of you, that way. So you can stay there, or you can begin to swing your arm overhead and swing your straight leg forward. So now you're doing huge pendulum. You see, maybe when you straighten your arm and your leg, it's too strong. Maybe it's delicious. Maybe you have it slightly bent. Maybe you just find a version of this that you feel is really accessing the deep of you in a wonderful way. Nice. All the way back to center. Pause. Last one of these on this side. Draw your left elbow to your left knee, and then stretch your left arm long, stretch your left leg long. And really feel like you're trying to grab something above you, and you're trying to touch, like push something away from you with your toes. Like a sense of pushing and reaching. So I feel like super long through the deep front of my left belly. Elbow to your knee, knee to your elbow, up to the side, and super long, reaching. And as I reach, I'm allowing my rib cage and my waist to lift off the floor. And when I bring my elbow and my knee together, my rib cage pushes into the floor. So notice that. As you reach, let your rib cage rise. As you draw your elbow and knee together, your rib cage pushes into the floor on the right. One last time. Reach super long into your toes, into your fingers. And then elbow together, knee together. Nice. Both knees together. Roll over onto your back. And then come to the other side. So, reach the left arm long overhead. Ankles are together, knees are together. Roll over onto your left side. Bring your right hand in front of you. And just shimmy yourself till you feel comfortable, like you're good, well planted on the left-hand side. Nice. So just begin by gluing your right knee. This is interesting now. Your left knee and your left leg into the floor, and draw a circle with your right leg. Because I changed orientation, I'm going to have a moment of confusion. So the top leg is going to roll. So that's the right. And just let it roll in a big circle. My right hand is pushing into the floor steadily, so I'm not letting the torso move above. And just feel that. What's the most wholesome, biggest circle that you can create? And then circle in the other direction. Noticing your breath as you move. Really staying with that sense of the insides, the deep insides of you as you breathe, as you move, as you connect. Nice. Both knees together. Pause there for a moment. And then spiral. So bring your right foot to your left knee, and then bring your right knee to your left knee, and your foot rises. And notice what happens to your hips naturally. My hip goes back a bit, and then my hip goes forward. Hip goes back. Hip goes forward. One more time. Toe goes down. Knee goes down. Nice. Both knees together, pause. So draw your right foot back and reach your right hand forward. And then draw your right elbow back into wing. Wing is where your fingers are resting on the side of your face. And I'm bringing my right shoulder almost to the floor, but I'm keeping looking in the direction of the side. And then reach your right hand forward, your right foot back, and just begin to swing and sway through the body. Again, finding your version of this. There could be so many reasons why you adapt this for yourself. So find your version, be in wellness. If you choose to just lie on the floor and let me do all the work, and just lie there until you know that this bit for you isn't right, and you will wait until I come to the bit that is right for you. Amazing. Knowing your limits, your boundaries, knowing what suits you is such an amazing skill. Listening to your deep inner self. Nice. We're going to start swinging straight. So swing your right foot forward, right arm back. Careful of anything you have, any objects you have around you. All right foot forward, right arm back. And just hear that. Maybe this version isn't right for you. Maybe this is the version that's really right for you. So then, I think one of the main, I've been reflecting on it the last 2 weeks, what did I learn from breaking my leg? And I think one of the main things was really listen to my own inner voice. It was the journey that got me into this, like, be you kind of thing. Nice. Bring both knees together. Just pause there. Last of these ones. So draw your right elbow to your right knee and then reach super long. And as you reach super long, feel like you're trying to push something away with your toes. So for me, really engaging the leg down into the toes is important. And then I reach my right arm long as well. And then my rib cage is slightly lighter on the floor. And then elbow to your knee, knee to your elbow. And now my rib cage is pushing down into the floor. Just feel that, reaching so long. And then elbows together. Reaching long. Together. What's your breath doing? One more time. Reaching long, just pause there. My rib cage on the floor is lighter. My fingers and toes are reaching super strong. Oh, nice. So bring your knees together. Bring your arm back and just land on the floor. So you can keep your knees bent if you wish, or you can stretch your legs out long. I love making space. So reach your right elbow up and then place your whole shoulder back down and your arm down. And then point your left elbow up and then place your shoulder down and your arm down. You can do the same with your leg. You can kind of reach it out of the socket and place it down. And then reach and down. And just land into the deep of the floor. No idea what just happened there. So great, cool guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, a really wonderful day. It was very yummy, rolling around on the floor. So be well. Great Sunday, and I will see you all tomorrow for day 17. Thanks so much for joining me. I feel very well after that. Right. Bye. So great. So as always, if you want to know any information about anything that we're doing here in Northern, info@norther.com. And if you'd like to get our newsletter, you can do the same thing, info@norther.com. Next month, June, is going to be called Begin Yoga with Ciara. And we're going back to fundamentals, back to foundations. It's going to be 21 days up as far as the solstice. So we have 10 days off the end of June. And Begin Yoga with Ciara. So we're going to go deep back into just building blocks, foundations. It's going to be slow and mindful level. And so if you want to share this with your granny, your neighbor, your family, that it'll be a really amazing place to begin, to start the practice, to connect into the way I teach, the mad and funky names, the mindology, the philosophy, the way we intend wellness and connecting. So great. So begin starts the 1st of June. I'm really looking forward to it already. So great. Be well, be awesome. Most importantly, be you. Know that your rhythm has value and has merit and is really important. And so be at your own pace, at your own rhythm, be your version of what we do. Enjoy the differences in you day to day, side to side, moment to moment. It's the patina of life. So great. Ciao for now.